I think that lots of things in life can definitely give us little bouts of anxiety here and there when we end up encountering something that could very well lead to a dramatic shift in your life. Realistically, life is constantly going to be filled with all sorts of these changes. You're not exactly going to have a significant effect on whether the change happens, but the change is going to happen either way. By the way, thank you, Dippy, for the apple. But I think that one thing that is really important for us to consider is that sometimes the ocean may be rocky. Sometimes those waves may be really big and it swells and it feels like it is going to completely consume your boat. And I think that as long as you end up holding tight to your ropes, as long as you are able to weather the storm, no matter what happens, you are going to be stronger as a result. I look back at some of the experiences that I have had in life leading up to this point, whether that is the challenges that I ended up facing in the early days of streaming, whether that is challenges that I ended up facing in romantic relationships, in job opportunities. Like, I have seen really high highs in my life, but I have also seen really low lows. And the low lows, I'm not gonna lie, they sucked. They really sucked in the meantime. There were some times where I ended up experiencing a life change that was so fundamental to my core that I ended up having to move to a completely different apartment. I had to get a completely different job, and I had to find an entirely different friend group. That was a really dark and kind of scary moment in my life. But I survived. And if you're going through a tough moment right now that is leading to a fundamental reshaping of your life, I want to remind you that yes, it may be a bad day, it may be a bad week, a bad month, or heck, even a bad year, but you have survived every single bad day of your life leading up to this point. Think of how long you have already lived your life. Think of all the bad days that you have gone through, and go ahead and right now just give yourself a pat on the back for surviving all of those bad days, because you made it. You are here, and you are strong and you are resilient because of it. You will survive this as well. I know that it may seem like the world is closing in around you and it's super dark and scary. You were able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that light is becoming fainter and fainter. But I promise that you will survive and you will do amazing things. That's all I want to say.